gave you a few anxious moments?
Yeah, a few more grey hairs, definitely, tonight, if you thought it was possible. Yeah, there's enough rust in that performance to sort of do that. You know, credit to the Sharks too. They were certainly never out of the game. It was just one of those games that did, you know, flow back and forth. And yeah, in the end, I think our execution down their end of the field was actually the thing that won us the game, which is at this time of year it's a credit to the coaching staff and the boys. And I just thought, yeah, they just did enough tonight at various stages, whether it was attack or defence, just to be able to get the job done. So very happy.
I'm not sure if you guys, you know, from our perspective, were supposed to win that game, given the changes that you've had in your own side. Like, how impressed were you that just when it matters, you guys continually rise to the moment?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not in the business of predictions, so we just, you know, do our best. We try and, you know, get ready. And this game was a round one game, not like any other really. So there's a lot of distractions and, you know, things that are different to the normal preparation. But at the end of the day, you base it all on your pre-season. So that's all we've tried to do. And I thought we definitely looked fit enough and, you know, good enough to be able to win a very tough game against a good opponent tonight. There's clearly some rust around, which is, you know, always going to happen. I don't know. We're just happy to, like I said, beat a good opponent and just stoked to be part of this extravaganza, if you want to call it that. It's just so cool.
Jose, did it feel different out there compared to your average NRL match?
No, not overly. In terms of the field, probably didn't feel that dip, but no, the atmosphere was definitely different. Like, you're playing on a wonderful surface, wonderful atmosphere on a big occasion, so you don't get many round one games like that. I think probably we've been lucky the last few years we've had World Club Challenge, and so there's been a sort of big emphasis on that, but for a round one on its own, no, that'd be really good, particularly for a few of the younger boys. Like Jack Cole's probably one that springs to mind. Like, really big pre-season, obviously trying to fill in that number 6 role, but that's a big occasion for him to come in, and I thought he did a wonderful job. But no, I thought everyone handled the occasion really well, and it was pretty special.
Like you said yesterday, that you didn't want to focus on players you lost coming into this game, and you've got the players you did have. You've still got the guy next year, and Nathan coming up with those 2 sort of tries there, back-to-back, to force on again, back in the first half.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, obviously when you lose players, you can talk about that, or we can talk about the guys that we still have. And we have like probably 5-6 players in our current team that will be Panthers Hall of Famers, I believe. So it's like, if you've got that many players of that calibre, Yoey's obviously one of them, you're still in a pretty good space. And I still think their combination and their understanding of the system and their cohesion together, you know, should continue to improve. So yeah, so that's a positive, obviously. Yeah.
Seeing up from Jack Cole tonight, that you reckon he will get an extended run that 6 year?
Yeah, I agree with what Yoey said. Coley, he's just the sort of kid that just needs to play in these types of games to just, you know, build his confidence and his role in the team. Like, it's, you know, it's not easy for everyone to keep talking about who he's replacing. It's a little bit like Luke Garner when he first came to our club and replaced Kicks, and also Mick Kenny when he replaced Appy. Like, that took a while because everyone just keeps talking about it. So yeah, it's I agree. I thought he did a good job. He didn't overplay his hand. I thought the second half on that left edge, especially with Dane going on the wing, and they were obviously targeting it, I thought they did a really good job on the run, like fixing up a few things that we needed to fix. So just good experience for him.
Jose, you were involved in that try to Isaac Cullen. Can you just tell us about the execution and the vision there? Like, obviously seeing there was an opportunity with the fullback sort of not at the back there.
That's probably more Nate Nate looking at cues and probably seeing where the fullback's sort of going. And so obviously we trained for different things. I just thought, yeah, they pulled that off perfectly, to be fair. It was a perfect way to kick, perfectly timed run from Tags. And they're big ones. They're big tries to get when you can sort of get ones off the cuff like that. It was sort of seesawing at that time. And that was a nice one to pull off.
You've mentioned that Isaiah will finish in the Panthers Hall of Fame, which I don't disagree with. But he came up with some big plays tonight, including a huge try-saving tackle on Cam McInnes. What are we watching unfold here? as far as Isaiah's career in the Panthers jersey, where will he finish?
Well, he's the golden boot. He's the golden boot winner. Like that's, you go through the list of players who won the golden boot, like, and he absolutely thoroughly deserved it. I just keep thinking he's getting better. So, yeah, I love having him in our team, and I look forward to keep working to get together for quite some time.
What about some of the big defensive players with Liam Arden tonight?
No, actually, Mato was unbelievable. Like he's obviously already a great player, and always performs well in the big games. But yeah, tonight for an edge back rower to play 80 minutes and just the intensity that he plays, I just felt like he just kept coming up with big plays when we needed him. I feel like he's matured a bit. It's probably hard to believe, but he's coming from a low base though, so definitely this year. So his leadership is actually is starting to bloom. So that's pretty cool too.
Oh, can you explain what happened to Nathan? He just got knocked off the ball there and took a while to get back into the play.
Yeah, I honestly didn't see it or haven't seen a replay, but I assume he just got winded. And so it was an interesting little attacking set, that one, when I don't think anyone knew what had happened. So I think luckily we got a penalty and he got back in and then we scored. Is that right? Yeah. So I think he must have just got the wind knocked out of him.
Ivan coaching the phone, is he all right?
Yeah, he's actually pretty good in the case. Yeah. As I said, I thought Dane already did an unbelievable job. As a 14, it's hard to prepare in any week, as a 14. Like Dane's obviously he's a fullback, but he plays 6. And he could have played hooker. So just for him to just come on and play the role he did tonight, I thought it was incredible.
The team put on a great spectacle tonight, and I saw for the locals, one of them was so happy through Nathan and beard as he was lining up to kick from the far touchline. So has the team found that they've had that sort of experience this week in Vegas?
Yeah, honestly, we haven't really spoken about it that much. I guess we will afterwards. We've tried pretty much from Monday. We got here on Thursday and soaked up a bit of Vegas, but I could tell on Sunday the boys were just dying to get back into routine, and so that's what we've done. Day off on Wednesday, so everyone did certain things, but I think we've just been, we've done a pretty good job of just knuckling down to, do what we are supposed to do coming here, and that's perform. And so I guess we'll hear some more stories about stuff like that later.
Was there a highlight for you in just the whole trip, whether it be the Fremont Street Fan Fest or anything that sort of you particularly enjoyed about the trip and the experience?
It's so hard to pin it down to one thing. Just the whole thing was just amazing. I thought it was run really well too. I thought, we all knew we had to be adaptable and move different things and just try and do stuff that we'd never do before. So, and I thought all the teams actually did that pretty well. So, I don't know. I would say to anyone in any of the teams thinking about whether they should come, well, they should definitely come. It is an honour actually to be able to come here and be part of something so special.
Ivan, what do you think about the idea of the World Club? 55 years looks related to come back potentially?
I honestly think we should. Yeah. It's a shame that game didn't happen, and just saw how well Wigan played today as well. Like they are a juggernaut at the moment, so it's probably good we didn't play them actually. I think it's a really good concept. We didn't have to go last year, but we really wanted to, and even though we lost, it was such a good experience. I think it probably helped us for this week, to be honest. But I definitely think that's a part of rugby league that needs to survive. It's difficult, but it's worth trying to make it happen.
Is it an easy step now, Ivan, to take to go from the glitz and glamour of Vegas back into reality to NRL and down straight away?
Yeah, there's definitely be a come down for sure. As I said, we just the Manchester trip last year, we felt that. The time difference is a lot more actually, and that's more difficult. But yeah, I think naturally there's going to be. So it's just our job to over the next couple of weeks to try and navigate through that. And I think it's handy that we're playing our first game at Combank next week in a couple of weeks against the Roosters, which will be a big occasion. And so hopefully get the boys pretty excited for that one.
You know, you've played in a lot of your games. Like, is it kind of? Have you ever played in anything like this, just in terms of what the week is and what that experience was, and how weird that is to do that in round one?
Obviously, we had long camps and that in other sort of formats, but in terms of like the Fremont Street with the fan day, like that was outstanding. Like being able to sort of soak that up, and then I don't know, just playing on something like this. Like I follow the NFL, so like this is just unbelievable to be able to get an experience like this. So no, look, yeah, the whole week and a half has just been incredible, and I think that our group's really enjoyed it. Sort of all the main things we've all done it as a group, just like being around each other, and so that's been pretty special. But no, look, I've loved every minute of it. It's been really good. It is the best time in sport. Yeah.
Just quickly, would Brian Toll be available for your next match, or?
Did you see him at Fremont Street? He'll be ready.
Fair dinkum.
I'll see you.